Welcome to Cunningham Piano. I'm Hugh Sung. I'm sitting in front of Yamaha's most advanced Clavinova, the CVP-809. This is one of my favorite instruments. It's a magnificent piano, but so much more. This is really an instrument that can make one person sound like a whole orchestra. Now, a lot of folks, when they first see this instrument, they get a little overwhelmed because there's a lot of buttons here. There's tons of buttons here, tons of buttons there. There's a whole touchscreen control system here, and folks frankly say, like, how do we even get started? It looks a little overwhelming. Well, that kind of gave me the idea to start this series of videos where I really want to just try to dive in and kind of combine it with a mini piano lesson as well as lessons on how to get the most out of this instrument, specifically aimed for people who are brand new to playing the piano. Okay, so I'm going to assume you've had at least some basics in terms of knowing what the names of the notes are and so on and so forth, but I'll try to help you along the way as much as I can. Now, I'm going to be using a wonderful book. This is called The Best Songs Ever. This is a series of books published by Hal Leonard, and let me see if I can get a close-up of this book, okay? So The Best Songs Ever, published by Hal Leonard, and specifically, I'm looking at this symbol over here. I don't know if you can see this, but it has a little icon that says Easy Play Today. I'm using the 7th edition, but in this series I may jump around between different editions depending on what I can find online. But, I forgot to show you, one of the things I love about this book is the fact that it's so easy. All the note names are written inside of the notes, so it makes it easy to find the notes. The melodies are simplified, so you play the melodies with your right hand, okay? And then the chords are played with a single finger in the left hand. I'm going to show you how to do that with the CVP-809, all right? So the first song we're going to learn is the very first song in this book called All I Ask of You from the Phantom of the Opera. So we're going to take a quick look at getting started with the song over here. The first note over here is a G, all right? Let me show you where G is on the piano. Look for, you can sit in the middle of the piano over here. You're going to see a series of 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black, and it's going to repeat itself. See that? 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So if you're sitting in the middle, all right, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. Between these 2 keys is G. Now we use the musical alphabet, okay? C, D, E, F, G, and then the alphabet repeats itself. A, B, C, and you keep going, D, E, F, G, so on and so forth. So we're going to use this G over here, all right? 5 fingers. I'm going to use the 3rd finger to start the very first note, okay? And if you look at the music over here, just to write a little reminder for myself, we're going to use the 3rd finger over here, okay? So 3, and you notice the next note is an F, G, A, and we're going to jump down to a C, okay? Take a look at this. G, F, G, A, and we're going to jump all the way down to the C with our thumb, back to the A, okay? And then you'll see the music G, F. Now I'm going to change something over here really quickly. We're going to use the same fingers to start off, but then I'm going to use my thumb over here so I can reach these higher notes over here. So watch what happens here, okay? So here's the beginning. G, F, G, A, down to C, back to A, G, F. Now I'm going to put my thumb under here, and that helps me to reach up. A, C. Okay, see what happens? And the next note is a D, and then we go down to an A. Now, quickly, let's take a look at this. There's a new symbol here. See that little B next to the B over there? This thing here is called a flat, okay? So A, C, and then we have the flat next to that B. It moves us to the very next key to the left. In this case, it happens to be this black key. So this is B flat, okay? So that next measure over here goes A, C, B flat, A, C, and now this is G. And now you'll notice again, the nice thing is that they repeat the symbol here and here. So there's more B flats to watch out for, okay? So here we go. B flat, C, B flat, A, C, G. All right? That's the beginning, and let's take a look at the music. If you go on, if you look at this carefully, this is exactly the same. So the whole thing basically repeats itself twice, all right? So that's the beginning there. Now, let's take a look. There's another set of symbols we're going to look at. Let's take a look at the music really quickly. So we have the notes, which are the circles and stems, Now there's another set of notes we need to take a look at. We're going to be playing with our left hand. All right, here, take a look at these letters in boxes. So see that over here? We have an F over here. We have a B, and that symbol's a flat, so a B flat, an E flat, and a C, okay? Those are the notes we're going to be playing with our left hand. Those are the harmonies, or those are the chords, okay? So my right hand over here is in this position. I'm going to move down 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. I'm going to move down here, all right? And it doesn't matter what finger you use. We're basically going to use just one finger. Maybe I'll just use my second finger here. This is the F, okay? So you see those 3 black keys. This is the F over here. Now we're going to open F, G, B, F, G, A, B, B flat, okay? And the flat brings, remember what we did with the right hand here? We do the same thing over here. The next one is going to be E flat. So E over here, this is an E flat, and the last one is a C. 2 black keys, C. Let's go over those 4 notes again. F, B flat, E flat, C. Okay? And when you're looking at the music, the left hand is going to play right above. You see the left hand and the right hand? That's where you play your left hand, combined with your right hand there, okay? Left hand and right hand, left hand and right hand. All right, so let's just play just those notes as notes, okay? Ready? The next one, B flat, E flat, C, and then the whole thing repeats itself, okay? Well, Hugh, you said you're going to sound like an orchestra. I don't sound like an orchestra yet. All right, now this is where we get, well, let's dive into the magic of this instrument, okay? Let's dive in a little bit more. First thing I want to do is go right into the touch screen. So let me see if I can find, here we go. Here's my window for the touch screen panel here. Here's the instrument over here. This is the piano, and so this panel shows the instrument I'm playing right now. The panel to the left is a style panel, okay? From here, look for the tab that says Entertainment on top. Now I'm going to use the scroll wheel, and I'm going to navigate down about the 3rd page down and look for something called Broadway Ballad, okay? Tap or click on the home button and brings us to the home screen over here. Now we have a style called Broadway Ballad, right? By the way, it kind of matches what they recommended over here in the upper left-hand corner, the ballad style. And I found this one. I thought this was the best kind of style that matches what I want to try to do with this song, okay? So the next thing I want to take a look at is this panel. This is the left side of the keyboard. Here's the style control. Basically, this is like composing a song in all its different parts, variations, endings. We're just going to focus on these 2 portions right now. One of the things you want to turn on is the accompaniment on and off. Push this so that the red light comes on. And now, what's going to happen is once I activate the style, when I hit a note, the accompaniment will fill in with that style. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button, okay? And now I'm going to hit that F just to get started too. Hear that? I just hit that F and that whole thing just gets started. The harmony keeps going. And notice I'm not even pressing the note. I just hit it once and it keeps going on until I hit my next chord, which is going to be a B flat. Hear that? And then the next one is E flat. The next one after that is going to be a C. Okay, let's put that all together. Ready? And anytime I want to stop, all I have to do is press start and stop. Pretty cool, okay? Now, one more thing we can do is we can actually increase the complexity of the variations. So I'm going to play the same melody twice. The first time we'll start with this variation, and then you'll see me switch over to the B variation when we repeat the whole song, okay? Let's give this a try. I'm going to hit my start and stop. Here's my opening chord, 2, ready, and here you go. watch B variation. Pretty cool. It's getting more and more interesting, yeah? Now, we can actually do the same thing. Well, actually, before we do that, let's jump to the music again. We got to go to the next portion, which is the big chorus, okay? So now let's take a look at these notes over here. We start with the G, but this G, if you'll notice, this G in the middle, kind of, you see all these lines over here, right? This G is smack dab in the middle of these lines. This G over here is way on top of those lines, okay? So this G is actually going to be higher up. So this G, we started here. This G is going to be up here, okay? And notice in the music, the G jumps way down to this F over here, okay? So we're going to go from G, F, all right? And write down some fingers for us to use. 5, 5, 5, 1, and we're going to skip some notes. Use 1, 2, 4, 5, 5, 5. Notice how the notes go. The higher we go, the further to the right in the keyboard we go. The lower we go, the further to the left we go. All right? And we're going to use another fifth finger over here. 4, 5. These are all next to each other. And these are the fingers I'm going to use to find those notes. Okay? So make sure to get a copy of the music so that you can follow along. All right? So here, we just finished here. We're going to jump to this G on top. Big jump to the F. Look for the 3 black keys over here. Skip the note, skip the note. And here's a D over here. Reach all the way down to this E, which is next to these 2 black keys. We're going to jump back up again. 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. Here's the next F over here. So nice and all in a row. Now we're going to jump again to an F. Skip this note. Let's put it all together really quickly. Reach up. Now let's take a look at the music again and take a look at the left-hand chords. F major. Now we've got something different. Take a look at this. D with an M. That M stands for the word minor, which changes the quality of the chord. You'll see another one over here. There's another G minor over here. And then we're back to just the plain old C. When you see the letters by themselves, that's major. Okay? So we assume that these are major chords. One way to think of them are they're kind of like happy sounding chords. The minor sounds a little sad. Okay? Again, F major, D minor, G minor, C major. Well, how do we play a minor chord on the Clavinova if we're just using one finger at a time? Let me show you how we do that, okay? Let's go ahead and just kind of get the harmony started, okay? Here's the F major, okay? Now to play a minor chord, here's D, this is the D. To change it to minor, you play 2 notes at the same time, the note and then the black key immediately to the left. So here, now that's D minor. So here's G over here, okay? To change this to a G minor, hit both this note and the black key to the left of that. Okay, so now that's G minor. Then we go back to a C major. Okay, now let's back to this F major. Okay? So again, white key and then the black key immediately to the left changes it to a minor chord. Okay, all right. Now there's one more thing we can do. Now playing the piano is beautiful, sounds great, but did you know that each of these styles also comes with its own set of recommended instruments? So let me just quickly jump over to here to the right side of the control panel, the touchscreen panel. We see all these buttons over here. I'm looking for a set of buttons called One Touch Settings. And you see 4 of these. I'm going to press number 1 and take a look at what I see on the screen here. Now, this has turned into a clarinet. Very, very pretty, okay? Let's go back and touch number 2. Let's take a look at the screen, and now we have what's called a layer. We have multiple voices. We have woodwinds and strings at the same time. So this would be great for our second version of the first melody. Now when we get to the big chorus, I'm going to go ahead and kind of skip to the last one over here if I can. And now we have basically a whole string orchestra, strings and warm strings. You can hear the music's getting richer and richer with these different variations. So just like I'm going to change the variations in terms of the song itself with these buttons over here, I'm going to also change the complexity of the instruments with these one-touch settings. Let's start with number 1 over here, okay? And again, the A variation over here. Let's start our song, and let's give this a try. Here we go. How cool is that? Again, just a simple melody, single 1 or 2 fingers on the bottom just to play some chords, and the CVP-809 fills in the rest for me. So anyway, I'm hoping to make a series out of this. We're going to just kind of go through a song at a time out of this wonderful book, Best Songs Ever, published by Hal Leonard, the Easy Play Today Big Note version. I'm going to go through a song at a time. If you have any questions or suggestions, be sure to let me know. Leave a comment, and be sure to like and subscribe so that I get inspired to make more of these videos for you. And it's a lot of fun to explore all the amazing things you can do with this instrument. It's kind of fun, hands-on way to do it, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, subscribe, like, send me some comments and questions, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say about this new series. For Cunningham Piano, I'm Hugh Sung. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.